Hello everyone, what is up? Hopefully you guys are having an amazing day. Today we're going to be talking about what's happening with XRP in the XRP community. Now XRP has been slowly climbing up and we are slightly above 20 cents. It does look like we are in the red today. But now guys, before we jump into news, I'd like to say I'm not a financial advisor, nor is this financial advice, just for entertainment value only. John with 589 tweet out, it could be coming sooner than you think. From ING Economics, a digital dollar, a digital euro. Why central bank digital currencies could now be closer than ever.
Digital currencies. They are perhaps not the first thing you think about when you consider the global impact of COVID-19. But while we don't think the coronavirus alone will be enough to a central bank digital currency going, here are 3 reasons why the introduction of a digital dollar, a digital euro, or a digital pound may be speeded up by this crisis. First, contactless payments. The rise of contactless payments could help to cut out contagion risk. This argument could convince even those who still think that cash is king. Second, easier political mandate. We see a bigger role for governments in the economy. This could make it easier for central banks to introduce a central bank digital currency. Third, geopolitics. Some countries could come out of this downturn in a much better shape than others. This could give them a clear opportunity to flex their muscles, especially in the digital payments market. Finally, one comment on Libra. Facebook's plans for its Libra digital currency were recently updated. They argued that if central banks were to create their own digital currencies, they could integrate them with the Libra network. This sounds like an offer the central banks could not refuse. Yet, we doubt they will take it up immediately. The original multi-currency Libra coin is not off the table yet. For this reason, central banks will probably continue to look at the Libra platform with suspicion. Today, public authorities are still in crisis fighting mode, but looking at history, we do know that the foundations of a post-crisis world are laid out in crisis times. Expect the talk to ramp up to more action, perhaps sooner than you think.
It's ramping up, guys. Look at that. Digital dollar, a digital euro, central banks. It's all connecting. It is all connecting. Next, it comes from XRP Yo-Yo. So this is part 4 and then part 5 of the series. Small series from the B system is called XRP. This is part 4.
Yeah, I do. I think you're going to see, I think what they're figuring out now is the dollar's not going anywhere. It's just not going to be the medium for international exchange anymore. And I think, we're going to, take a haircut. I think it's going to be pretty bad for, average Joe is not going to, it's not going to turn out well for him. Yeah. Any of us, really.
Well, you see the world travel is so rapid. Everybody jumping around from country to country and so forth. I mean, I can see how these people that want to implement this electronic, basically mark of the beast system, are really pushing this, and they've got their reasons for it. But it's really going to be the enslavement of us all, isn't it?
It is. Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, that's where it's going. Like I said, we're all supposed to have a digital ID identification here. The plan was, ID 2020. We all have our digital ID. Now you got money is moving as fast as emails, and it's where it's all going.
Well, I was at the DMV or the license office here, and there are all these people getting their real IDs, their little upgrade into a real ID so they can travel and so forth with their ID and, get on planes and all this stuff, for domestic flights and so forth.
Yeah, we have it here. Washington, there's not a lot of good things that we can say about our state government here anymore, but we were one of the last ones as far as trying to join up with the Real ID Act. It's maybe the only positive thing you can say about Washington State, in the last 10 years.
Yeah, so So you're saying that basically Ripple's going to be the king in this whole thing, huh?
Yeah, I think what happened was that you had guys.
Ripple is going to be the king of all of this, but that's part 4. Let's go to part 5.
That you had guys like at the International Monetary Fund. I think they saw an opportunity and hijacked it. You know, it's not so much, you know, Ripple's just the software company, but you know, I think they've got like 50% of the coins are in escrow, and I think those are already been, you know, allocated to one of these big institutions that will control this thing. And I don't know how they'll figure it out. Somehow gold is tied into it, whether it's based on a country's GDP or, you know, natural resources or something. But yeah, they've been, you know, that's the you know the wheels that are going to be driving this thing is that technology.
Yeah, well, you know, Estonia is really out the forefront, Sweden right behind them, and then they're trying to pump this crap onto the poor people in India. But yeah, Estonia and Sweden seem to be the countries to really watch with this whole electronic beast system going to cover their entire societies.
Yeah, and another one that Luxembourg is another one that we should look for. Chris Larson, who is one of the founding members, he's on the board up there in Luxembourg. And if you read the IMF in there, in order to get into the basket of currencies to be on the SDR, you have to have at least one country that adopts a digital asset. If it were to be into that basket, that one country would have to adopt it. In Luxembourg and a little country called Liechtenstein are the two countries that I've heard mentioned. But I don't know.
Well, yeah, John Paul Juncker, the heavyweight for the EU, the guy, the drunk that wears no socks.
So guys, things are getting very interesting in what's happening in the world as we know it. But now guys, we're into the fun part of XRP and the XRP community. Now this is quite interesting. XRP Brainstorm 2.0 launch window for Mars 2020 Perseverance rover. Now he goes very deep here. We can see you are here. We have been seeing a lot of May to July as well. Next week comes from Rum the Weird. Everyone who thinks you are crazy and laugh at you about your investments in Ripple XRP, you will all prove them wrong and realize you were right and will regret not taking the opportunity. Don't forget to share some, because even when you are not expecting it, they will remember you forever and they will return the favor when you need it most. Again guys, when this thing does, go to space and you see very crazy numbers with XRP, remember to share some as well. Next week comes from Crypto Creed. Anyone seeing this? Today only 4 snowballs left background picture. Yesterday was still 5. It was 6 on July 2019. From XRP HODL, snowball effect updates by Bearable Guy 123. July 2019, look at how many snowballs there were. And it kept getting smaller and smaller. And then February 14, 2020, look at that. And then May 19th, 2020, there's just 4 left. What's happening, guys? What is happening? Next year comes from Luminous Design. 2012 been known as the end of the world. Monetary system: 2012 plus 5 equal 2017. 2012 plus 8 equal 2020. 2012 plus 9 equal 2021. The 5-9 set to happen during 4 years. In between, there is the 8, which is the big shift. The last week for today's video comes from Baba Cugs. Nothing happens in May. Don't believe me? Find out for yourself. BG never pointed to May. The dates are set, the prices are fixed. I've told you the date multiple times. Those who can see it will see. So guys, when is the date? When is the date? Does anybody know? But anyways guys, hopefully you guys did enjoy today's video. If you guys did, please leave a like, subscribe if you guys haven't already. I'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully you guys are having an amazing day. And guys, see ya.
This is the beginning of the greatest economic cycle this country has had since World War II. And I knew the things that Donald would do. and he hasn't even got started. But this is the eye of the motherfucking storm, the perfect storm. It ain't never going to get any better. Never. This is perfect for the QLA model. If I could have written a prescription or a formula, I couldn't have written it any better. Low interest rates, money's free, you stupid. Massive chaos. And Donald's going to rip the mother economy apart. And he's going to for practice in a good way. This is it. It ain't never going to get anything better. This is like a multiple orgasm the rest of your life, you fucking slags that are in the audience. This is it.
Sometimes I don't want to hear what Dan has to tell me. But as I wrote in one of my blogs, the old man, he's always right. Because he's telling you what you don't want to hear about yourself, but what you know is true. And that is, you're not stepping yourself up. You're not stepping your game up. And you get caught up in fear. As Dan says, false expectations appearing real.